Good luck.
Merhaba arkadaşlar, hepiniz IEFT Talks seminerlerine hoş geldiniz. Bugün ABD'nin Gözde Devlet Üniversitelerinden St. Cloud State University'de eğitim, burslar ve kariyer fırsatlarını Wade'den dinliyor olacağız. Lütfen sorularınızı questions kısmından sormayı unutmayın. Yes, Wade, the stage is yours now.
Excellent. Well, let's start with a little bit of excitement, and we'll start with a short video. Well, great. Thank you all. My name is Wade Sherman, and I'm with St. Cloud State University. And here to talk to you today a little bit about what we do as a university and how you can apply and cost and all the things you can study. And so let's get right to it. I'm going to start with sharing my screen, and that should come up. I just need to make sure I'm at full screen here, and we should be good. Here we go. We'll get it so it's nice and big on your screens as well. There we go. And just to talk about St. Cloud State University, I always like to start with where is St. Cloud? And that's a great question for us to start with in understanding who we are and what we do. St. Cloud State University is in Minnesota, which is in the center of the United States, all the way at the top. So I like people to realize that there's more than the coast, whether it's the East Coast or the West Coast. I'd like them to be aware there's more than Florida, that Minnesota is actually this beautiful place. As you see in the background of that picture, we're right on the Mississippi River. And so we have beautiful views out over the campus to the river. The Mississippi River, being the longest river in the United States, happens to start in Minnesota. So about 200 miles north of St. Cloud, it is where the headwaters for the Mississippi River are. St. Cloud State University has over 200 different undergraduate programs, and so we're really excited about that. I'm going to, I think I can do a poll, and maybe you can help me create one if not. No, I can't. Just trying to get a general sense of whether you're here for undergraduate or graduate. If you want to put that in the chat, that gives me a sense. So undergraduate, we're looking at your bachelor's degree. Postgraduate would be our graduate programs, looking for a master's degree. That you're, there we are. Sorry, I think I got disconnected for a brief moment. That undergraduate would be bachelor's, graduate would be postgraduate and master's degrees. Or on the rare opportunity that you're looking at one of our doctorate in education. So if you are able to put that in the chat, whether particularly if any of you are interested in our graduate studies, that would be great. So I'll continue with the PowerPoints while you're putting that in the chat. The programs we've got are immense, and we have all sorts of opportunities. Founded in 1869, St. Cloud State University has been around for over 150 years. And we're really proud of that we are one of the first universities established by the state of Minnesota to be serving the students there. So great opportunities for you. We're about 500 miles from Chicago, but we also are only about 60, 70 miles north of Minneapolis, St. Paul. St. Paul being the capital of the state of Minnesota. So just a little bit of information there on you. Minnesota has a population of 5.64 million people, and St. Cloud has about 66,000. Again, that's a great picture looking across the river back to campus, and a great opportunity for you. I know a lot of people, when they're thinking of states, you are thinking quite often of the coast and not realizing how many major companies are in a state like Minnesota. So 3M, who's been really critical with creating the masks that, particularly the more extensive masks that we've been expected to wear, particularly in the operating theater, the more extensive ones, have been critical on that. Best Buy is like an electronics company. Target is, I think the closest equivalent in Turkey would be something like Kariyer, that it's a great opportunity. But we also have all sorts of different medical institutions. One of the best medical clinics in the United States is the Mayo Clinic, and that's based in Rochester, Minnesota, just south of us as well. So that's a really great opportunity for you. Some of our popular undergraduate programs. Now, this isn't the full list. These are some of the most popular ones. So everything from biochemistry, engineering, computer science, cybersecurity, mass communications, nursing. We have phenomenal arts programs, so theater, fine arts, etc. We have an excellent econ program or political science. The other one that might be of interest to you in Turkey is our travel and tourism opportunity. That's a great option for you as well. So again, all sorts of different opportunities for you. I think I skipped one there. Did I go too far? No, just sorry. So these are a list of our graduate programs. So we have all sorts of master's degrees as well. So if you're looking either to continue on with your studies from a different university, or if you come to St. Cloud for your bachelor's, you can always stay and finish your master's degree as well. Again, some of our most popular ones being applied economics, information assurance or computer science, public administration. All of those are great options for you. In the chat, know that you are welcome to put your questions in today. My coworker is on that and will help get some questions answered at the end of this session as well. And I'll maybe give her a chance. She's been off in another presentation. Just think if we were having to catch flights, how crazy that would be today. Being in Turkey 1 minute and out in Dubai the next. We do have some other options for you as you're looking at being able to work in the United States. And there are a couple of different directions you can go with that. One is called CPT, and the other one is called OPT, so curricular practical training, or our next one is optional practical training. So these are options for you as well, that you are allowed to be working up to 20 hours. We also have a STEM extension, which actually gives you an additional 24 months of being allowed to work in the United States as part of your degree there. So just some general information on our STEM extension, but let's kind of go back to learning a little bit more about the university first. For those of you that are wanting to become more confident or are feeling that you want to bring your language levels up, we do offer an intense English center. And so that intensive English center allows you to go before your classes or even during the school year. You can take part of the classes that are involved with that center to become more confident in your language ability. But I've been to Turkey, and I know you all speak excellent English, so I'm not very worried. But it is a great option for you. Maybe if you're wanting to become more confident in it, it's a great way to make some friends as well. For those of you that are already enrolled at a university in Turkey and are just wanting one semester or one term of experience in the United States, we also offer what's called semester at St. Cloud. And what this does is allows you to fast track into some specific courses that you would take for one semester. And we have all sorts of activities that are involved with that as well. But a great option for you if you're just wanting a short semester-long experience, and we can work with you to pick what courses are going to transfer back to your university best. For those of you that haven't started university or are still in high school and want an educational experience, we are part of Education USA, and they have selected us to be part of Education USA Academy. And the Education USA Academy is a 2-week experience for high school students. And it's like, I like to compare it to summer camp, that you're going to come to the US and have the opportunity to experience what university life is going to be like, as well as understand a little bit more about the US. It's a great option for you. With COVID right now, we are also doing an online version of this called Education USA Academy Connects, which is an online version. And the main one that we've got coming up this summer is much less expensive in terms of you not having to pay for travel. But it allows you to work on a statement of intent or your personal reference, or even just sharpen up some of your application. The nice thing is St. Cloud actually doesn't require that written component as a part of the application. And we'll come to those application procedures a little bit later on. We're really dedicated to international opportunities. So we actually have an opportunity in Alnwick, England for you to consider, where you can come and study for a semester here, and you'll actually get to live in Hogwarts. I know, crazy. And it's a great opportunity for you there. So that's part of the university. We like to think of it as a branch campus, and that kind of helps you understand a little bit more about life in the UK, but it is fully run by St. Cloud State University. So great option for you there. So going back to talking a little bit more about St. Cloud State University, what are you going to expect on campus? Well, as a university, you're going to be able to expect all sorts of student services. And so whether it's our diversity, multicultural student service center, our Center for International Studies, or our student accessibility services, things like our career center, academic support. If you're struggling with a class, there are places to go and get additional help. And we even have our own medical center right on campus so that you are not having to go find a doctor's office away from the campus. We have over 1,200 international students from more than 90 different countries. And that, again, goes back to our commitment to international and wanting to really create opportunities and experiences for you to connect with people from around the world, as well as our students at St. Cloud State. We do a Power and Diversity conference. We have all sorts of international events throughout the year. And actually, with that, I'm going to stop for a minute and show you just a quick example of one of our student cultural nights, and a short video that is from our Vice President for International Affairs, Shahzad Ahmad. And I'm going to show just this short video here. So that just gives you some background and understanding of who we are as a university, and gives you a sense of some of the cultural nights that we put on throughout the year. So really great opportunities once again for you at the university. We have over 250 different clubs and organizations, which include all sorts of cultural groups. You have access to concerts and to the theater. All of that is free by showing your student ID. We do a great couple of programs like Atwood After Dark, or there's an underground area that has bowling, pool tables, ping pong, etc. And all sorts of different events throughout the year for you to be engaged with. You also have access, and I always love this slide because we did really well this year. We are number 2 this year for ice hockey out of all of the US universities and Canada. And that we have top-notch what we call Division I ice hockey, and so we're very proud of that. But let's say, for example, you're like me. I enjoy a little bit of sport, but not a ton, that I just want to do something more friendly. And we do have all sorts of different options for you to be involved with just different groups on campus. So great options for you. Your living options, our residence halls, we have all sorts of different opportunities there for you. This is a great picture kind of showing people interacting in one of the halls of residence. We have meal plans so that it's all inclusive, that your room, your board, everything's taken care of and you don't have to worry about that. We also give you a phenomenal opportunity to have free access to our Metro bus as a student. So you can go anywhere in St. Cloud and enjoy it. We also, and I always like to say this, particularly if there are any parents that are listening there, you know, safety is a #1 priority for us, to the point that we have our own public safety team on campus that also works very closely with the St. Cloud Police Department. So we're very dedicated to making sure that students have a safe and positive experience as a part of their time in St. Cloud. I know there have been a couple of degrees or questions about applying and what's the most advantageous career, for example. All of the careers, I think, are great opportunities. And it shows you in this slide how many people were able to find employment in their chosen area within 1 year of graduation. And that's 97%. And that's pretty awesome. So we're really proud of that, that our students and faculty are very engaged and have great opportunities for you. So we're rated #1 for our student services on campus. I always like this one, and we're going to start now talking a little more about finance. That's important to kind of think about. We have been put in the top 3% of the most affordable colleges by Forbes magazine, and that is pretty awesome. And the way that we do that is that we offer every single international student at the undergraduate level, we offer them an automatic scholarship for $7,416. So as you can see on the left-hand side of this, that your tuition and fees would normally come to $30,000. That is the rate there that is shown for you. I'm trying to see if I can use a marker. Is there if there's an arrow option for me? No, okay. That is would normally come to $30,000, but we give you an automatic scholarship, so you end up paying what we pay, and we call that in-state tuition. So really great option for you. That for $22,000 a year, just over, that you can spend a year on campus. That includes your tuition, that includes your living expenses like your room and board, your insurance. That is just a phenomenal opportunity. All you have to be is international, and we give it to you. It's that simple. And so nice and easy for you in that regard. I'll talk a little bit about our admissions requirements. I know there was an application question out there that I want to make sure I answer. That scholarship is called the Academic and Cultural Sharing Scholarship, and it is available to all of our undergraduate programs. There are a couple of exceptions, particularly at the graduate level, on what it is available for. So if you are interested in that intense English center, it's not available for that. There is an additional fee for that. But and online's a little bit funny. That right now we're able to do some fun things with online, and so most of the classes, because of COVID, that we are had to do an awful lot of online. So there was not that was able to be applied to that, and we're going to come back and make sure people are aware of any changes to that in the future. It's also not available to our graduate programs at the such as the Masters of Business, the MBA, or the doctoral programs or programs at another branch campus of ours down by St. Cloud. So again, we've already made it easy for you to get a scholarship. Let's make it the next easy thing, which is how to apply. It's nice and easy to apply. And I'm going to have, if Leslie is available in the chat, if she will put the different information on how to get more information for the undergraduates so that we can stay in contact. So as we finish our conversation here, if you want to go ahead and fill that out, it allows us to stay in contact with you. The application process couldn't be easier. There's no application fee. You apply directly with us. We do not require the SAT or the ACT. So again, we're making it as easy as possible. We do, however, want to see your school transcripts, even if you haven't graduated from high school yet, that you are welcome to go ahead and apply. We do need some proof of your English proficiency, and that can be in all sorts of different formats. So let's say you were taught in English in the US, that you can get a letter from your headmaster or school teacher and confirm that you were taught in English, and we will accept that. Or let's say you've been taking or using Duolingo. We will accept your results from that. So we make it as easy as possible for you to be able to show us that. And part of that, once again, is that we can always assist you in getting more language training and help, should that be the situation. The other final step is just providing your financial documentation. And we are able to take all of that and quickly get back to you on whether you're accepted and issue you an I-20. We are still taking applications for this fall. Leslie will probably kill me for saying that, because she is the one who has to process them. But we are still taking them. But you would have to get that in almost immediately right now. We recognize, because the next step is you also have to get a visa. So you have to be realistic in that we might at this point, we're starting to get a little bit late for applying for this upcoming autumn. But if you are interested, please reach out to us right away at the end of this, so that if it's something you're wanting to happen for this fall still, that we will do our best to make that happen. But we're also getting to the point where that may not be a reality, just because we're not sure you would be able to get that visa right away. The last slide here is just how to get more information that you can either contact World to SCSU at stcloudstate.edu or this international at St. Cloud State. And I think Leslie will probably also put that information in there as well. So with that, I'm going to see if Leslie wants to come on and say hello really quick. I think she's, I don't know if she's in the camera or not. I'll turn my Teams on, so in case she needs to contact me that way. But all sorts of options for you as a part of St. Cloud State University. So that's where we're just excited to welcome you. And if you have questions, I want to make sure I start getting to that. So I'm going to just start over in the chat to make sure if there's anything there I need to see. How much is the postgraduate scholarship? That's a great question. And let me come up with that. Leslie's just coming on. So I think Leslie put that one. I know she put the undergraduate request form. While she's talking, I'll put the graduate request one up. And Leslie, how was your presentation out I believe you were out in the UAE a few minutes ago.
It was good. My presentation this morning focused on funding, like how to fund or finance your education in the United States. So it was a more general conversation about some of the tips and tricks and recommendations that we as admission professionals kind of tell students to keep in mind while they're comparing universities and finding the best fit for them. So I think it went really well. So
great.
Never enough time. It was a very short presentation, so I didn't get to cover everything I was kind of hoping to cover, but it was good.
Good.
So.
Well, why don't we go through, one of the questions is how much is the postgraduate scholarship? And I don't have that figure off the top of my head. I need to pull that one up. What I can say is it brings tuition down to about $10,000 per semester for the postgraduate programs. Again, that is not available. We're not able to give that postgraduate the cultural sharing scholarship on specific programs. So that's where we want to make sure that you're aware of that.
I will just interject that the vast majority of our programs, we have 60 graduate programs, and there's only a handful, probably like 8 or so, that are considered market rate programs. So like our MBA program, our Masters of Engineering Management, that don't qualify for ACSS. Those that do, it's about $3,000 a year that you save. So it's currently it's $3,274 US, and that's for the year. And as long as you maintain a 3.0 GPA as a graduate student, you continue to get that benefit every semester. So it's a great benefit.
Great. And I'm just putting that in there right now. So there's information on the graduate program. If you want to click on that, that you are welcome to fill that information out so that we can be in touch with you from there. Leslie, do you want me to ask some of these questions and you can answer them, or that sounds...
I've been trying to answer a few of them as we went through.
Great.
So yeah, we did the scholarship one. For grade point average for PhD, that really depends. I'd have to look it up. Graduate school at our institution, the School of Graduate Studies actually makes that decision, and the department ultimately says that you're admitted to the program. My role is really just in terms of immigration, whereas undergraduate, that's where I'm actually making the admission decision. So I have a little bit more flexibility. So, like how we get to certain things, every program does their stuff differently. But typically, I would say if you have a strong GPA at the master's level, probably like a 3.0, 3.5, like somewhere in the threes, I think you'd have a very good chance of getting into a doctoral program, especially if you're bringing any kind of work experience. They definitely really love having students, and this is for our master's program as well, having students that have some work experience in addition to their studies. That really does help with your application.
Great. And Leslie, there was one question about a PhD. I'd just like to make sure we clarify. Our doctorate programs are EDDs, and they're mainly based in education, so that people are aware of that. But we do, again, have over 60 different master's degree programs that are available for you as well. Our next question is about OPT, and what I can do, I'm not sure if you were on just yet, but what I will do is I'm going to go back to our CPT and OPT slides so that you can see that. And do you want to talk further about that, or do you want me to?
I certainly can.
Okay.
Basically, in a nutshell, OPT is a work authorization that is allowed to F1, so students who are on the F1 student visa, after they've completed their studies. So it's work authorization in most cases for 1 year in your field of study. And then if you happen to have taken or studied, earned a degree in a STEM qualifying field, so a science, technology, engineering, or math identified major. At St. Cloud State, we have more than 40 of those majors. And I did, another student had a question, and I kind of identified a few of the most popular, but those majors at the undergraduate level include biomedical science, cybersecurity, biochemistry, computer science, engineering, information systems. At the graduate level, other programs such as information assurance, our MEM, our Masters of Engineering Management, those would all qualify for an additional 1 year extension. So you would actually, it's called a STEM extension, that would allow you the 1 year plus another year, so 2 years of work authorization within your field. And that would give you the flexibility of getting a job anywhere in the United States. It does not have to be in Minnesota, and you could be employed full time. So you're not limited to the 20 hours a week that you were as a student, which was 20 hours a week on campus. So it's really a great opportunity to do a bunch of different things. Yeah, and there's pre-completion, post-completion. I mean, I won't get into the finer details of that, but it's a wonderful opportunity. It's one of the biggest advantages that we have, or that we offer international students in terms of why you should come to the United States for study, is because we do have those great opportunities after graduation. So
excellent. We had a question about campus dorms, and again, I'm just going to go back to a previous slide so that people can see an example of what our halls of residence kind of look like, so that they're getting that view as well. So this is an example of one of our student dormitory rooms. We have plenty of housing. There is housing on campus as well, that the campus has all sorts of different options for you in terms of your rooming. We do right now with COVID, we are asking that you take a single room, but a great opportunity for you there, that plenty of great housing for you. Do we have any representatives in Turkey? We don't have anyone specifically or any representatives in Turkey. We do have a few, and we would be happy to connect you with them. We also have students in the United States that are from Turkey. So lots of great options for you with that.
We also do though work with a few people in Turkey, though, like Nakati. And in fact, I think Nakati might even be on the call.
Yep, I think that was
they're more of an agent. So yeah, he's a great resource for students who are interested in having a little bit more guidance as to how to find a university, apply to our university, things of that nature. So great resource.
Great. Can we get acceptance if we get if we get a required exam score? So again, in relation to that, you do not have to take the ACT or the SAT. We're going to ask you to send us your school transcripts so that we can evaluate them, and that just makes that a lot easier for you. If you have already taken them, by all means submit them as part of your application. But we do our very best to make sure that that's easy for you to be admitted. I'm trying to see, I think that covers most of the questions. I know Nakati had some questions. Do we have any partnerships with Turkish universities? I need to research that question a little bit further, that we don't necessarily have a direct partnership like a 2+2, but it's definitely something we can be continuing to look at as we look at. Can international students talk about OPT? We've asked, gone through that. With a 2.7, we've answered that. Great. I think we're in great shape there. So with that, I'm going to show just one last welcome from our university. And it just kind of gives you an example of who we are at St. Cloud State, that from the top down, we are all about supporting all of our students, and in particular our international students. And so whether it's through admissions or recruitment, all the way through the end of your time, you're supported, and that goes at all sorts of levels. And so I just would like to share this brief welcome from our university president, who's excited to welcome you to St. Cloud State as well. So with that, this is from President Wacker with St. Cloud State University.
Greetings from St. Cloud State University. I'm Dr. Robin Wacker, President of St. Cloud State. I'm delighted that you're looking into coming to our university. Let me be the first to tell you about what's so great about St. Cloud State. You are about to begin an amazing journey of learning and exploration. At St. Cloud State, you will be among a vibrant and welcoming community of over 1,200 international students from over 90 countries. We are proud to offer more than 250 degree programs, over 200 student organizations, and a scholarship for eligible international students, reducing tuition by nearly 50%. As you begin the application process, watch for messages with important information from our Center for International Studies. We can't wait to welcome you to our campus soon. And when you get here, I look forward to meeting you. And go Huskies!
Wade, you're muted. I'll jump in real quick though. I did look and we do have two partnerships. We did have two partnerships in Turkey.
Thank you.
With two other universities. I'm not sure if they're still active partnerships, but we did have one with Gazi University and then Namit Kemal University as well. But it's been, I want to say, at least a couple of years since we've had a student from there. So just, yeah.
That's great. And again, if you're looking to be in contact with us, I've put that world to SCSU at stcloudstate.edu there for you, so that you know how to be in contact with us. We're on Facebook, we're on social media. Again, in the chat session of this platform, there is the information. There are two options for you. The one that Leslie's put on is for undergraduate students. If you would like more information about degrees or what it takes to be accepted, please fill that out and we'll be in touch. And the other one is for our graduate programs. So if you are interested in any of our master's programs and how that might work, at the master's level, it does become a little bit more degree specific or program specific on what requirements they have for you to apply, and we're happy to put you in touch with the person who organizes all of that. So those are great options for you. So with that, is there anything else we need to share, Leslie?
I shared this in my last presentation, but we do offer some unique programs. I know Wade had mentioned like cybersecurity and some other things, but we also have something called information assurance, but it's at the master's level, but we actually offer a 5-year track, meaning you can do information assurance. It's a 5-year information assurance track where you would start, you'd get a bachelor's of science in information systems, but then you'd also earn a master's of science in information assurance simultaneously. So essentially you'd save yourself essentially a year. So rather than doing 4+2, which is a typical undergraduate plus graduate program, you do it in 5 years. So that's kind of an exciting thing. And there's also some scholarships available for that specific program. So students who are eligible in that program, they're eligible for one of, I think it's like 45 National Science Foundation STEM scholarships. And that's like a 2-year grant that includes like $12,000 stipend. So anyone who's interested in like, computers and information assurance and like that kind of field, the STEM field, that might be a program of interest. So definitely check it out on our website. I can also, in fact, why don't I look it up here? I'll put the link in the box. But that was one of the suggestions I had for students in my financial talk, was to really kind of seek out those opportunities to, accomplish your long-term career goals, but yet save yourself some money just by planning ahead and, picking the right school with the right program. So
great.
Yeah.
Well,
other than that, I think that's pretty much it. For right now, I would just encourage students, especially probably the next year or so, depending on how COVID kind of works its way through the rest of the world and hopefully ends soon, is just to really plan early. On our website, I posted in the chat some of our deadlines. Our preferred deadline has always been like July 1st and November 1st for our spring session. However, with COVID, honestly, get it in as soon as possible, because you just need to allow yourself enough time for the visa, the interview, and also just for travel arrangements and all sorts of things. So the sooner you can.
So why wait? And why would you wait to come to such a great place?
Exactly. Why would you wait? Plus, the sooner, this is another tip from my other presentation, the sooner you apply, the sooner you'll know about scholarships. So if there are any additional scholarships that we offer, or that private entities, or your government, or your local, whatever it is, the more time you are able to then look for the scholarship and apply for scholarships. So
That's
planning,
great.
planning.
Exactly. Yeah. So, well, we really look forward to hopefully talking with more of you. Please know that if you have questions, that we are more than happy for you to reach out and be in contact with us. You all have been fantastic today. Thank you for all your great questions. We really enjoy it when those come in, and you have a little more freedom right now in Turkey, that you're able to get out at least until I think 9 p.m. in the evenings, but you're still having to be careful on the weekends and not go out too much. So we hope that that changes, and if there's an opportunity for us to come out that way, we will make sure to let everyone know as we go from there. So with that, Zeynep, I think that is everything that we've got for today. We want to thank you very much for this great opportunity, and hope that you'll consider St. Cloud State University. That we would love to have you there, and then we can have many men, and I always forget the name of those little dumplings I like, that we'll enjoy some good Turkish food together. So with that, thank you so much for today, and that concludes our portion. Thank you, Zeynep.
Yes, thank you very much for your great presentation, Wade and Leslie. You covered all of the questions. Thank you for your answers. And I would like to thank the participants in Turkish as well. Katıldığınız için teşekkür ederiz arkadaşlar. St. Cloud State University ile ilgili diğer sorularınız için chat kısmında paylaşılan mail adresinden iletişime geçebilirsiniz. Yarınki webinarlarımızda görüşmek üzere. Thank you very much again, you guys. It was a pleasure to have you in IEFT Talks.
Yes, thank you so much.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Yeah, take care. Bye.